Most people think Nokia started as a technology company. It didn't. In fact, Nokia was founded in Finland in 1865. Not as a phone company, but as a paper mill. A simple paper mill located on the banks of the Nokianverta River. At the time, nobody could have imagined that this small Finnish business would one day dominate the global mobile phone industry. For decades, Nokia had nothing to do with telecommunications. The company expanded into rubber products, industrial cables, consumer electronics, and a wide range of manufacturing businesses. Year after year, Nokia evolved. It adapted, it diversified, and it survived. But everything changed in the late 1980s. Nokia saw an opportunity that most companies underestimated. Mobile phones. At the time, mobile devices were expensive, heavy, bulky, and used mainly by business executives. Most people viewed them as luxury gadgets. But Nokia saw something different. The company believed that one day, every person on Earth would carry a mobile phone. It was a bold prediction, and it turned out to be one of the greatest business decisions in history. As the 1990s began, Nokia entered the mobile phone market with a clear mission: make phones that were reliable, simple, affordable, and easy to use. The strategy worked. By the mid-1990s, Nokia was growing at an extraordinary pace. Its devices became known for their durability, their battery life, and their user-friendly design. Then came the products that changed everything. Phones like the Nokia 3210, the Nokia 1100, and of course, the legendary Nokia 3310. These weren't just phones. They became cultural icons. People trusted Nokia. People loved Nokia. At its peak, Nokia wasn't simply a successful company. It was the company. By 2007, Nokia controlled roughly half of the global smartphone market. Its brand was recognized almost everywhere. From New York, to London, to Mumbai, to small villages in Africa. If someone owned a mobile phone, there was a good chance it was a Nokia. The company seemed unstoppable. But history has a habit of punishing companies that become too comfortable. And in January 2007, a single product changed the future of the entire industry. Steve Jobs walked onto a stage and introduced the iPhone. At first, many executives across the industry weren't impressed, including people inside Nokia. After all, Nokia was the market leader. Why worry about a company that had never made a phone before? That confidence would prove extremely expensive. The iPhone wasn't just another phone. It represented a completely different vision of mobile technology. A large touchscreen, a modern operating system, and eventually, an entire ecosystem of applications. Nokia underestimated the threat. The company believed consumers still valued hardware above software. But the world was changing, and it was changing fast. While Apple refined the iPhone, Google launched Android. Manufacturers around the world rushed to adopt the new platform. Samsung moved quickly. Other companies followed. But Nokia hesitated. Inside the company, decision-making became slow. Different teams competed against each other. Executives struggled to agree on a clear strategy. Instead of adapting quickly, Nokia became trapped by its own success. The company continued improving old systems while competitors built the future. Year after year, its position weakened. Market share declined. Profits fell. Consumers moved to iPhones and Android devices. And Nokia found itself losing a battle it once seemed destined to win. In 2011, the company made a desperate move. Nokia partnered with Microsoft. The goal was simple: challenge Apple and Android. But the partnership arrived too late. Developers were already building apps for iOS and Android. Consumers had already chosen their ecosystems. And Nokia's Windows Phone devices struggled to gain traction. The decline accelerated. Then came the moment few people thought possible. In 2013, Nokia agreed to sell its mobile phone business to Microsoft. For many people, it felt unreal. The company that had once dominated the mobile industry was gone. A giant had fallen. But Nokia's story isn't just about failure. It's about a lesson repeated throughout business history. Success can become dangerous. The very strategies that make a company successful can eventually blind it to change. Nokia didn't collapse because it lacked talent. It didn't collapse because it lacked resources. It collapsed because it failed to adapt fast enough when the world changed. And in technology, change waits for nobody. Today, Nokia still exists, but the company that once defined the mobile phone industry is no longer the giant it used to be. Its rise remains one of the greatest success stories in business history, and its fall remains one of the most important warnings. Because no matter how powerful a company becomes, no giant lives forever.